All right, what's up, guys? Just thought I would go ahead and do a little something tonight. It's been a while. I couldn't last night. My head, man, I had a headache out of this world. It took it, and I had it all the way till probably about 3 or 4 o'clock today. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Awesome. Okay, I just thought I would do a quick live stream here. Awesome. Thank you, Jelupan and Fabulous Girl. What's up? What's up, Crypto V? Hey, man, I really appreciate you sharing my my videos out there on Twitter. I really appreciate it, man. So, okay, we got 16 people watching. I'll go ahead and get started here. Really, like I said, it's just really kind of impromptu. Like I said, just going live just because. All right. Let's see what we got here. So we all know what happened with Thailand. Now, the reason I brought this up was because of this tweet that they put out. Hold on one second. I wanted to see. I can't, for some reason, this thing is not acting right. I can't see my, see the tweets over. I mean, I'm sorry, the messages on the right side here. I don't know. This thing's been acting weird. Let's see if I can fix it. Is that right? No. Okay. Well, I guess I won't be able to see your tweet. Well, you know what? Actually, let me do it like this. So I'm gonna have to move this over. Now I'll be able to see your tweets. Yeah, absolutely. Thailand is making strides, and this tweet that they dropped over here. XRP system will be announced soon. Please follow our official schedule on social media again. So apparently they deleted this tweet, but I'm kind of thinking, you know, they might have been asked to slow down on what they're doing, because you know a lot of people got excited about this. So I'll go ahead and read this first. The Siam Commercial Bank, Thailand's largest commercial bank, is planning to utilize XRP shortly. Invest blockchain rights. In a tweet, SBC claims XRP system will be announced soon, although it does not mention any specific date. It is not the first time that the bank mentioned XRP on its Twitter account. In the past, it's promised to inform users when it would start accepting XRP. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, let's see what we got here. Anybody had anything? Okay, so you know, I don't want to. Of course, I'm not going to reveal any type of contacts that I have or anything like that. But I can say this month is going to be exciting. All right, about halfway through, we should be getting some type of an announcement. I'm not going to say what it is. You'll see it when it happens. Just be ready. I do believe we're going to see some price movement as we move into this month. Probably not until this announcement happens, but definitely, guys, if what I'm hearing is correct, I mean, there's always a chance that it may not happen, but if what I'm hearing is correct, we're about to see some major stuff. I mean, and as you know, there are all this TA and all this other stuff. I mean, that's really kind of irrelevant when it comes to crypto, but it can be looked at. It is a good logical way to kind of look at the market. But all in all, things are going to move here really soon. Let's see. Okay, so Ripple and MoneyGram don't commit. So this whole thing about MoneyGram, I know a couple people put out saying that Ripple bought MoneyGram, which was totally incorrect. So yeah, that wasn't correct. But it looks like there's something going on between Ripple and MoneyGram. What that might be, of course, they have not said anything yet. But I think we can probably look to see that, or look for something to come out regarding the relationship that they have. So let me take a look here. We're going to see some momentum soon. Yep, legendary, very true. And Paul, $1 XRP this month, I think. Now, of course, this is my prediction. Don't hold me to it. I have no control over the price. I think it's going to be more this month. You got to remember, you hear all of this stuff where people are like, XRP can't go do this or that. I mean, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Nobody knows what they're talking about. Okay, this market has no precedent. There is nothing that you can look at as far as any other market to tell you what could happen with it or not. Now, the only thing we can look at is what has happened in the past. And what has happened in the past. 2017 is a very good marker for us to look at. And the whole market went crazy when we had a lot of people FOMO due to speculation, right? So we're about to have something like that again. It'll be FOMO from retail users or investors, as well as companies as well, as far as institutions. So it is going to happen. It's just, I really believe it's all these institutions just trying to get their pieces in place. You know what I mean? There's too much that, man, it's just so much that we don't know. I mean, just the information that I'm getting kind of from the backside there, just what's going on in the background. Guys, I'm telling you right now, the best thing we can do is just kind of sit back and wait. That's really the truth right there. Because we don't know when it's going to pop, but it is going to. It has to, because these people with a lot of money, they don't invest in things like this to make a small percentage gain, okay? It is not, that's not what's happening here. There are people who are investing millions upon millions of dollars into this industry, and they are looking to become trillionaires, all right? That's the game plan right now. One of the main reasons why you're not seeing a whole lot is because they want to shake you and me out of this market. That's just to be honest. When has the 1% ever wanted us a part of their group? Never ever. They got to have somebody's head to step on, so that's what they want. So when this month, maybe the BTC dip retrace will bounce us back up past past 2 and past 10K. Guys, there's some people in this community. They're not telling you. They're not telling you the truth. Well, I'm not going to say they're not telling you the truth, but they're not telling you all that they know. They're holding some stuff back. Just like me, I mean, we can't really just come out and say what's happening. And one of the reasons why is because the XRP community, everybody, people tend to just go crazy with their stuff, right? When they hear news, just like this whole rumor of MoneyGram, there was something else that Thailand, when Thailand this right here, when Thailand's bank came out and said this, the market went crazy. Or I won't say market, but Twitter went crazy. So, with the information that some of us are getting, we have to be very careful with how we share it, or, it's very touchy. I can say that. I definitely don't want to say something that's going to cause a riot or anything. All I can tell you is that things are going to change. They're not going to be like this always. Okay, you can bet on that. All right. So Crypto V, MoneyGram, global head of innovation, speaks about XRP and the elimination of pre-funding accounts. Yes, absolutely. I read that too. So that's one of the main things about XRP is that they want to eliminate that pre-funding situation. So that is going to make a very, very, very big difference in what we see here in the near future. Future liquidity will come from the markets. Yes, it's all about the ecosystem. Yeah, absolutely. Crypto B. Yeah, very good comments. How will our thousands compare with their millions worth of investment? No. So okay, I'll put it like this: $1, the worth of $1, okay, is not going to change. You might have a different currency as far as a fiat or something like that, but the how can I put it? It's not going to make it where one XRP can only buy like a loaf of bread, right? And once it hits 10,000, we'll say $10,000, or I'm just saying $10,000. But either way, it won't change the value of what it can buy. So all in all, if you have, say you have 10,000 XRP and XRP goes to $1,000, that $10 million is still going to buy $10 million worth of stuff. So it won't change, the value of things don't change, or it won't change like that. It's I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but the only thing I can kind of go back to is when you look at what happened with the Zim dollar, right? Yeah, the Zim dollar went to, some crazy highs. When I first went to Zimbabwe, it took 210,000 Zim dollars to equal the worth of $1. But it won't be like, like I said, it won't be like one XRP, will be worth 10,000 US dollars, and that one XRP can only buy a loaf of bread. I mean, it won't work like that. Okay, so don't worry about that. It's not. Yeah, there's going to be inflation, but inflation only, and this is JC. Inflation only affects a inflationary item such as a fiat. So when you have something like fiat and it can be printed without any type of controls like the US dollar, yes, the only thing holding the US dollar from high inflation is the fact that it is still kind of the world currency. Okay, so $1, now don't get me wrong, $1 has inflated to the point where it's probably only worth maybe 10%, and I think I'm giving it something, 10% of what it was worth 100 years ago, but still, it still has a high, it still has high worth. I don't know. So, yeah, 10-year straight bull run coming. You know what? I couldn't disagree with that. It's kind of hard to say what's going to happen in this next bull run, but there's a reason why it's being pushed off. Because, somebody made or let's see. Hey, what's up, JC? What is up? So, when is news coming out? End of the month. Paul, all right. So, Paul, there's going to be some news coming out around the middle of the month. Okay? There's some other stuff happening in a few weeks to, a few months that is, these things are going to, now you guys probably already know about a lot of this, but I'm not going to come out and say it. Just look at the markets, look at the stock market, look at everything that's happening. It is right in your face. So we're going to hear something around the middle of this month, and then something very big is going to happen later on in the year. Okay? Just make sure that you hodl. Don't sell your XRP. This is not financial advice. So let's make sure we get that. I am saying this is what I'm going to do. I'm not selling my XRP. I'm definitely not selling it and getting it to fiat. That is a wrong move right now. The U.S. economy looks good, but there's some corrosion. I mean, we all know that. And we know stock market is going down. That's the reason why Wall Street is trying to get into crypto. They're not talking about it really, but in the background, they are buying up crypto like crazy. Okay? The only reason, and it's total BS that regulation is not in place. We know it has to be because they've already allowed New Yorkers to start buying crypto. A lot of stuff is going on in the background, guys. We're just not being told about it. Okay. But our dollar is still very sought after. Yes, it is. And see, the thing is, if you look at other currencies, look at currency charts. There are certain currencies that are worth more than U.S. dollars. Okay, it takes, of course, like you got your British pound, you have your euro, and there are some other very obscure currencies that are worth a lot more than U.S. dollars worth. Just do your research, you'll see what I'm talking about. Global reset. That's all I'm going to say. Stock crash, gold standard, back, pair with XRP, boom. Stock market is doomed, boom. Yes, legendary speculator stock crash, gold standard, back, yes. Jalupon, let's see, but our dollar still, yes, you are correct, Jalupon. I'm just trying to make sure I put all the comments with who's saying what. Fabulous girl, yes, global reset. Stock crash, gold standard back, speculator, yes. Stock market is doomed, yes. So that's what I was saying. You guys already know this, so I don't really have to say it. There was an article about large investment. JC says there was an article about large investment firm baking on a 10-year bull run. That's why this large entity is investing in the top 3. I'll find it and send it to you. Okay, that sounds great, JC. Did you see that Sam I Am video on CG? Oh my God, man, that's a fiasco. Okay, so just to kind of switch gears here, the whole situation with CKJ. All right, so what I told CKJ, because I had sent a tweet out and I said, that he had ignored my he pretty much ignored my tweet, my messages on his live stream, which is fine. I mean, and I could tell that he saw them. But for whatever reason, he just didn't respond to him. And that's, like I said, that's fine. So he sent me a message and was like, hey, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And like I said, hey, I have no worries. I mean, why am I going to be upset about it? I'm just not going to be. But I did tell him in relation to the issue that he's been going through, I told him to remember the best thing to do is always own your mistakes. If you mess up, own it and just do better. Admit it, apologize, because once you do that, people can trust you again. And hey, we all learn our lessons. We all do some raggedy stuff. Okay, that was really raggedy what he did, just holding on to those funds and saying that he was gonna donate it. I mean, that's wrong. Okay, but we all make mistakes. Believe me, and I've said in my past, I've been a jackass, okay? Don't get me wrong. We are all humans, okay? So all we can do is apologize and do better. That's it. We all make mistakes, but when you try to cover it up and when you try to blame everybody else for what you did, or you try to shift the focus, well, now we got a problem, okay? Because you're not being truthful to anyone, and you're wanting to continue and perpetuate this BS that you got going on. So, JC Bo Poloni stated we should have 2 huge, large crashes this month. You know what? I don't doubt that. I think they're still trying to. I think they're still trying to shake people out. To be honest with you, nothing with drama. Yep, fabulous girl, absolutely. Are able, so it had it with the CKJ. Yeah. I hear you, Rebels. Yep. I'm sorry. Rebels, I guess that's right. Yeah, sounds like a bad choice. Learn, move on. Yep, absolutely. Speculator. Raymond, Brad, what's up, XRP family? Yeah, what's up, Raymond? All right. I need, like, when stole Christmas and trying to get. Yeah. there it is, Jonathan. He should have taken a lesson from the Grinch. Damn it. What do you think about vet? So Demario, as far as VET is concerned, I have VET. All right. And you know what? VET has been doing rather well. So I have several other coins. And the reason why, I think I mentioned this before, is because I want some cushion that'll keep me from having to sell my XRP. So if I have other coins that have done well and they can, I can cash it out and get a decent amount of money and pay all my bills off and all that stuff, I'm going to do that and just hold on to my XRP as much as possible. I don't see that as being a bad idea whatsoever. It's just, like I said, right now, I really believe, they're trying to scare us into believing that the wrong thing to do is to hold on to your XRP. That's what I think. Okay. So, let it dip hard. We'll be ready to buy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Please smash that like button, guys. And if you know anybody that you think might like the stream, send it to them. Like I said, let's see how long we've been on this. Okay, 23 minutes. That's exactly what I have. LTC. Yep. LTC actually, man, I tell you, I think I mentioned before I have some miners, right? Now, they are Litecoin miners. The problem is that I don't, I mine with NiceHash. NiceHash pays me in Bitcoin, which is, it really kind of sucks because I would rather have Litecoin. But the reason I don't have Litecoin, the reason why I'm not getting Litecoin is because I was mining with Pro Hashing. I think it's Pro Hashing, something like that. And they were wanting all my info, right? They were wanting, and I wasn't trying to give them all my information so they can, turn me over. Hey, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to avoid, but hey, you do what you can when you can, right? All right, I'm not letting go of my XRP no matter. Fabulous girl, you are absolutely right. XRP will be, it'll be back in the safe. So it'll be in my my ledger, stay in there until, unless I want to make a big purchase, maybe if I want to get a Lambo or something like that. If my wife will let me, we'll see. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's see where we go. Yeah, we already did that. So yeah, more of the TA stuff now. Here, Ripple price analysis, XRP USD inches closer to a breakout Bollinger Band consolidation. So, more of the TA stuff. And again, I don't really go into it because, you know what, to be honest with you, I've thought many times about really diving into it and understanding TA and, so I can actually, read it myself in this way. But to be honest with you guys, I don't see any real reason to right now. Like I said, for the long term, as far as crypto is concerned, I really don't believe TA is a valid way to go because it's always been wrong. Very, very few times have I seen anyone do TA and they were right. Like the guy, Awake guy. Now, I like the fact that he's putting tons of information out there. I like that he's engaging and just trying. I mean, he's trying. I can only appreciate that. But he hasn't been right very often, To be honest with you, my gut, like I'm always saying, my gut feeling is this or that. I'm going to tell you, my gut has been right more times than I've seen TA actually come out on the correct side. So I don't see any reason. To be honest with you, I've definitely done some trades, right? So as I'm, watching it go down or go up, I just, as I'm watching it, I get this feeling. I'm like, yep, I feel it's right there at that point. And when I sell or buy, it's like almost right on. And I'm telling you about out of, I'll say out of 10 times, I've been correct about 8 times out of 10. All right. So that's just what I've seen. Okay. So let's see. Rebels, are Eagles. Very cool. So I so hope XRP will go crazy, but something tells me we will get screwed again this week. I went XRP hot, Matic 1. And you know what, Rebels, look, that is a very good idea. I mean, there is no way anybody can refute the fact that diversification is a good idea. Nobody can refute that. There are many of us who, don't necessarily want to take any other risk, or, some people just feel like, hey, you know what? I'm good with XRP and I'm good to wait. And that's absolutely fine too. But diversification, like I said, I'm diversified. I have, 4 or 5 different coins, not heavily diversified, but that makes me comfortable. So we all have to be comfortable in our investments. So I mean, hey, whatever makes you feel good, hey, I'm all for that. I'll say that. All right, can we really apply TA when whales move the market? That's exactly correct. Who is that? Speculator? We can't. Because look at what happened just a few days ago when these Bitcoin whales dumped all that Bitcoin and brought the market down, like really, really crashed it. You can't apply TA to that because there's no, the main thing is that there is no repercussion for doing that type of thing. Now, as far as the regulation is concerned, I know that, well, the thing is that because it's not really, it hasn't been announced yet, these guys can act bad or do whatever they want for now without fear of repercussion. But once the regulation is announced and they come out and say, hey, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. Once that comes out, we won't see those types of things anymore. So that's one good thing about regulation. All right. So and then Rebels know I expect they know how to screw us. Yeah, they do. You got to remember, if you're a whale and you got millions of dollars, you've been doing this for a long time. So yeah, you know how to do it. You know how to screw the little man. But hey, we will have our day. All right, check the sell-offs at Binance order book. We won't go higher than 43. Yeah. What type of time frame are you talking about, Rebels? Legendary TA is a great hindsight machine. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look, if I'm looking at the past, right, I can always say, well, through time here over the past, since Bitcoin has been in existence and crypto has been in existence, we've always seen bull runs. It's always happened. It's on fairly regular intervals. Okay, so with that historical data, you can absolutely say at some point we will see another bull run. It's going to happen at some point, but the market is manipulated. So okay, so Rebels, don't you think there's much power at the OGs BTC so they can drop XRP when they want? Well, you know what? I think with XRP, because so there are a couple things I think that are keeping XRP from kind of seeing the same thing. One is because Ripple owns the majority of, or rather they have a huge amount themselves, like nearly half, right? The other part of it, the part that's actually out there or that's in circulation will say, I don't think there are any whales that are big enough that, or ones that are, that we would consider bad actors. There aren't that many out there. So if you did have one that wanted to do something like that, they wouldn't be able to affect XRP in the same way that they can affect Bitcoin. I hope that makes sense. That's what I think. I mean, I could be totally wrong. Let's see, my thing. Okay, so Raymond Ford, my apologies earlier. Got 2 streams going. LOL. Thanks for the news video. Hey, you're welcome, Raymond. And don't worry about it, man. I mean, this is just for myself. This is really kind of new to me, and I'm just I'm just doing it, man. Just trying to get better at it and better understanding on how to do this. Okay, Rebels right on the spot, Mister. I'm assuming you were going to say Mr. Freecoiner. And thank you, Rebels. The one way the whales can't screw up is by hodling. Yes, absolutely. So, Wiggs, you're right. If we hodl through these, these things, I mean, look, as many of us have always said, you don't lose money unless you sell. If you sell at lows, you will lose. So just hodl, just hold on. It's going to happen. Not sure exactly when, but like I said, I think within this month we're going to see some definite changes. Okay, Tommy Gunn, I heard when the government switches to 5G, that's when XRP will take over using 5G as cover. Could be. That is a very good point. Hopefully it's not the weaponized 5G and we won't, get fried in our homes from what I'm reading about 5G. All right, DeMario Howard, how many XRP will set you up? You know what? From what I understand, DeMario, I always tell people to get, if you can at all, get at least 2,000 XRP. From what I understand, if you have 2,000 XRP, you're going to be right. And, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you will be set up just right. Okay? All right, so let's see. Okay, Rebels, time frame is everything. XRP is about to go off. They dump. Yeah. That's true. Now, even if we okay, I'm going to say this. So what I was expecting was that we're going to see at least 2 dumps, and I think we've seen one of them already. Okay, I think we might see in the next few days. We might see 45 cents, between 45 and 50 cents, maybe. But I think we're going to see another dump before something happens. That's just me. I could be totally wrong. All right. So what are, Speculator, what are your thoughts on U.S. regulation, SEC clarity, IRS, bills in Congress? I think that will cause a move as well. Yeah. So as far as the... us retail investors, we don't care about the regulation so much as the institutions do, because we buy. I mean, it's not going to affect us if we have a bunch of XRP or we're holding XRP. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally believe institutions are holding XRP, and that includes banks. Okay, I was just talking to someone about this. It only makes sense for them to do so. But they can't hold it on their books, so they have a third party doing it for me, custodian or custodial services. All right. So as long as they have accounts with these custodial services, and they don't have to hold it on their books. But you got to think about it. What is the reason why we're hodling? We're waiting for the increase in price, because what happens? You gain a lot of profit through this increase. Now tell me, what have banks been doing for as long as they've been in existence? They've been trying to gain profit. So why would they miss an opportunity to gain as much profit as what's coming by not buying? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me for people to say that banks are not holding XRP. No, okay, they are not telling us. But believe me, they're holding XRP. Institutions already have as much XRP as they can hold. And I think also they're only buying a certain amount, so it doesn't necessarily look suspicious. That's what I'm thinking, because everything is public, right? So when you see these multiple transactions of millions, few million here and there, I totally believe a lot, some of that are some of these institutions, some of these banks that are doing that. So, all right. Let's see. Government switches. Yeah. Oh, man. Let me catch up with you guys. I want to make sure I just go through everything, because you guys have some good comments. Donald Walker, what up, man? Thank you for joining. Is Ripple going to slow down the OTC sales? XRP Marky B? Yes. They've already done it. Okay. So some of the stuff that I've already said, I'm telling you guys. So think about this. There are there's over half of XRP that's locked up in escrow, that Ripple has locked up in escrow. Okay. So that leaves us with about 42 billion that's in circulation. All right. So we have institutions, what I believe institutions are holding XRP. All of us hodlers are holding XRP. So to be honest with you, in my opinion, I think that leaves between 1 and maybe 5 billion coins, if that. I'm kind of being generous, but I'm going to say between 1 and 5 billion coins that are actually available to be traded. Okay, that's what I think, because there you got all of us hodling, you got institutions holding on, and then the majority of it is still locked up. So something to think about. All right, so let's see. Rebels, at one point AW right on hodl wigs. I did that for a year, but since I started trading with half. Okay, Rebel. Let's see, JC, you have a source regarding your 2000 XRP comment. Just curious. Also, can we be friends? Oh yeah, we can be friends, JC. What do you? Are you talking about on Twitter? If you hit me up on Twitter, it's in my. If you go to some of my other videos, I don't think it's going to be in here, but you can get my Twitter account. It's just look me up, Freecoiner1. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I do have a source. I can't say much beyond that. And according to what I understand, 2000 XRP is, it's more than enough from what I understand. Okay, human tripod to the lifeboats is live. Okay, yeah, he always has some good stuff. LOL, JC, yeah. Are you laughing about the friend stuff? Okay. Fabulous girl, they are all holding XRP. Yep, they are. They are, I'm telling you. I'm not, they don't fool me. I'm going to tell you now, because, when I see all these different things coming out, these different articles and stuff, I can see past all that bull crap. I can see it. I was telling a buddy of mine, he, look, if you just kind of slow down, sit back, and just think about it. Okay, think about what you want. Because you got to remember, just because it's an institution, it doesn't mean that they want something different from us, right? What's about to happen is going to be extraordinary. And my friend also said that he's like, this is really not going to be a wealth transfer. It's just going to be an addition of wealthy people. But the wealthy already know about this. Do you think they don't? Don't be fooled by this. All this bullcrap that's coming out, even the Bitcoin maxis, these people have XRP. They know what's about to happen. They're not so stupid to think that it's not going to happen. What they want is to see a lot of us, sell out of XRP. That's what they want. Okay, so, all right. Slip. Nothing happens until something moves. Theresa May resigns tomorrow. BG123 highlighted in May. Yep, that's very true. Nothing happens until something moves. All right, Wigs. I'm only selling when it's stable and mainstream. This may take years, but I'm not in a rush. Yeah. I can tell you right now, from what I understand, it's not going to take years. I'm just letting you know, it's not going to take years. All right. Ripple was finally realizing OTC was screwing their biggest investors. So I guess, no, that's not why. That's not why. This was already, you got to understand, guys, when you are talking about a company, all right, an institution, they do nothing spontaneously. Everything they do is pre-planned. The only thing that they do that's somewhat spontaneous is if they run into a situation where they can be held liable. Okay, that's the only time they will make a change. But even that change is well planned out. They don't give it as, it may not have as much lead time, but I'm telling you right now, I've been in the corporate world for freaking 25 years. Nothing happens spontaneously. It takes, believe me. So Ripple doing this, it was already planned. They probably had this plan last year or even before. They probably already had a period which they would sell, and then now they've come to that point. Okay, now we got to do this. This is just another part of a plan. That's it. All right. Okay, Ripple was finally realizing. Yeah. Hold on. Oh gosh. All right, love Sam, but it probably will be all about CKJ again, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you know what? There's only so much I can take of that. I really don't care. I mean, to be honest with you, if CKJ is that much of a douche, that he would do something like that, then hey, so be it. Maybe he'll learn his lesson, or maybe not. I mean, you know what? I really don't care. Just, I'm not going to do something like that. As far as the way I look at it, I'm all about stand-up individuals. All right. If you're not a stand-up individual and you're not willing to change it, I don't need to be in your presence. I don't need to be dealing with you whatsoever, because that's where I'm from. That's the school that I come from, and that's just the way it is. My dad was a Marine. I was an Air Force guy. And that right there, I'm telling you, when you, I'm going to tell you something. When I joined the military, I had it in my head that I was going to war. Okay, I joined during the Gulf War, and I had every intention to go over there and serve just like everybody else. Okay, now that probably wasn't the smartest thing, because to be honest with you, all these wars are basically corporate wars. But either way, the way I looked at it was that I was putting my time in that was deserved, and I felt like I was doing it for my family. So that's the way I look at it. All right, so the price of XRP should go higher soon. Yep, that's exactly right. Fabulous girl. Paulo, anybody hodling with the power piggy on Bitree? You know what? That's something, I meant to look at that again. I need to drop some in there. I keep missing. I think there's a window where you can actually put it in there. That's a good point, Paul. Okay, speculator, how does Mrs. Freecoiner deal with all the XRP talk? I told my wife that's the best pillow talk show ever. Oh man, actually she's a pretty good sport, but today, oh man. All right, so she's actually had quite a lot of stuff going on, and it's been very good. It's turned out well. I'm very proud of her. I don't want to put her business out there because she's very, very private. But she did a very good job in what she was doing, and I am so proud of her. But I talk about it kind of often, and she told me today, she was like, if I only had, I forgot what she said, but if I only had, I'll say like $1 for every time you say that, I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's coming. Just hold on. So, Freecoiner, long term, do you believe there's a limit to the price? Let's say 20 years from now, how much could one XRP be? So it's funny. A lot of this stuff actually, Wiggs, that was Wiggs' question. A lot of this stuff I was talking to my friend about a couple days ago. Now look, I've said this, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but this stuff is happening right now. So when you're talking about the world economy, right, that assumes that we're talking about an ecosystem just involved with our Mother Earth. But you guys got to realize there's a reason why, okay? There's a reason why, what's his name? Elon Musk is putting rockets in space. There's a reason why you have all these private entities that are trying to get into space. Why is that? Because there is a wealth of materials that is just floating out there. Okay? The what we're looking at right now, it's going to expand so much. Do you guys know that the reason why they keep going to these different asteroids and whatnot is because they're looking to start mining asteroids? And that is just the beginning of it. Now, like I said, this is other stuff that I research very heavily, and I know people in certain positions that tells me stuff. So believe me, I don't know how high XRP can go. It depends on how big the economy is. How big will it be? I couldn't tell you that. But I'm just telling you, there are things that are in the works right now that could really change everything. So that's why I keep saying, guys, we're going to see some crazy stuff come out in the next few years, and you're not ready for it. You are not ready for it. All right. Okay. So Oh crap. Hold on. XRP will go berserk when it finally decouples. Yep. Fabio. All right, Jay, do you think Trump is on board with the XRP situation? JC, yes. I mean, think about it. The Fed is getting involved. They've already gotten involved with XRP. So, yes, Trump is right there with it. Now, he may not necessarily be able to just speak about XRP itself, but believe me, Trump is involved. Okay? He's involved. All right, hey mate, like your channel. Tommy Bath, hey mate, like your channel. Very good content. Can't wait till XRP runs big. Keep it up. Hey, appreciate it, Tommy. And thank you for joining, man. I really appreciate it. A lot of you guys over there in Australia, man. I'm gonna tell you, you guys are on it. I've been meaning to come over there because I don't know. I feel like. Like I said, I've been to Africa before. I just feel like there's something I need to get from Australia. Not sure what it is yet, but I think I'll find out when I come over there. I think Trump is on board as well. Yep. Donald Walker earlier today, XRP was raising while BTC was falling. Yep, it was. And then we're going to see a lot more of that because XRP is going to decouple fully from BTC. All right. You're right about the OTC. Rebels, you're right about OTC, Freecoiner, but every time we, the masses, get depressed, they pull a trick. Pump really. Yep. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything about it, but yep. Yeah. Okay, good selling point going to the next election. Yep, it is. Don't look. Trump is going to be in there again. That's just, yeah, you can bet on that. He's going to be there again. Donald Walker, I have 100 XRP in the Power Piggy. Really? Okay. I'm going to have to, after we get off here, that's something I'm going to definitely go and take a look at. Tim D, most underrated XRP YouTuber. Love this. Hey, you know what, Tim? I appreciate you saying that. One thing I do, I typically try to stay away from the clicks. I'm just the kind of guy, I like to forge my own path, and I let people, hey, do you see any, value in what I have to say or what I'm doing? Because, like I said, there are a lot of things that I look at, and I think all of us have some. If we're actually taking the time to put content out, I think most of us have something important to say that's relevant. So hopefully it gets better, right? Paul, oh man, Nice says backs up to 1 million. Wondering how legit that is. I'm not quite sure what you were saying there, Paul. Donald Walker, XRP busting 42 at the moment. Well, I hope so. Okay, it'll be a switch. It won't be one. Yeah, crypto V. Yep. It's gonna be. Yeah, it'll be like. It'll be definitely be a floodgate. And see, that's That would be like institutional FOMO. It's gonna be crazy. Hey Luke, I was gonna sell my 20,000 XRP until I started listening to you last week. Hey man, I appreciate you saying that. I'm sure you guys have realized my approach to pretty much everything. It's two things, and it's kind of strange, but this is just how I am. I look at things logically, right? But I also get my gut feeling about certain things. So I think when I look at a situation and I game it out kind of in a logical manner, I can see where it's going. So that's really kind of my gut feeling. I look at well, why are they doing this? And the only reason, and I've been wrong before, of course, but not very often, to be honest with you. So I really appreciate that. And don't ever sell. Don't sell until it's $1,000 per XRP. Let's see what else. Donald Walker. Yeah, I got 200 XRP in hand. Hopefully. Okay. So you're talking about in the Power Piggy. I gotta get in there. All right. So, Mr. You gotta know what you think about QAnon. Hey, look. So, okay. QAnon. All right. So QAnon is a very. He's been right, or whatever it is, it has been right a lot. Now, I know a lot of you guys may not follow kind of a biblical view. I'm sorry, if you're offended by that, I'm sorry, but that is my background, okay? Now, that's one thing too I've been kind of on the fence about to kind of explain, because I can tell you right now, none of you have the right understanding about it. Nobody does, okay? Everything you've heard is wrong. And I can show you without a doubt that everything you've heard about biblical anything is totally wrong. And it will blow your mind. If I were to break this down for you, it'll blow your mind. But I'm not going to do that. However, QAnon, just getting back to the point, QAnon has been right a lot. How can I say this? I do believe whoever's behind it is letting us in on a lot of information. Okay? So, like I said, one day I might kind of go into some of this stuff, but for now, I'm going to hold off. I want to make sure that you guys really follow what I see and what I'm talking about. Some of the information that I can bring out to you it's pretty mind blowing. I'll say that. Okay. All right. So I judge a channel by its intro. Yours is up there with DAI. Okay, appreciate it. You contribute a lot to the space, especially diet advice. Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I haven't gone into that, have I? And you know what? Actually, I'm going to try to get into it in a little bit. Actually, let's see. Yeah. So it's 55 minutes. Man, time goes by so quick. All right. So they dropped the wall, 42 cents, going to 44 now. Okay, Rubbles. Yeah. So I didn't go. Let's take a look. Where are we here? Let's take a look at it. The price is sitting at 42 cents. Okay. Hey, we could be headed. Now, again, like I said, I think we're going to see another dip. It's very possible, but we'll see. We shall see. God bless us all. Yes, Paulo. Yep, absolutely. JC, totally agree. We got to connect, man. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. So, JC, if you just send me a tweet or send me a message or something like that. If you want to know a little bit more, I can tell you what I understand. And Paul, yeah, hey man, I appreciate it. Again, I know a lot of people get offended, but you really shouldn't, because again, you don't understand what it is. Seriously, the information that I have will totally change your mind on what you believe. Because see, the thing is that they put certain information out there. They skew things on purpose to make you shy away from it. This information, I'm telling you, is going to blow your mind. All right, so I knew you were a good man. Hey, I appreciate it, Jay. I really appreciate it. And you know what? It's not because I'm just I just want to be a good guy. It's because I know somebody's looking at me, and he expects me to be a good guy, a good man. All right. So if you want biblical, go watch the holographic disclosure. That's okay. I'll have to check that out. But again, yeah. So if you want, just contact me. I'll tell you this. If you guys want to hear what I'm talking about, just put it in the comments, or send me a tweet or something like that. Like I said, my Twitter account is at Freecoiner1. If you want me to do a video on it, I will. Just send me a tweet and I'll go into it. Okay. All right. So if you want to do it, you're gonna get shocked. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Yeah. So what's my Twitter handle again? It's Freecoiner1. Just Freecoiner, the number 1 at the end. That's it. Shoot me a message, and like I said, just let me know if you guys want me to do a video on it. I'll do a live stream. We'll go through it and see what's up. Okay. All right. So we are sitting at an hour. I told Mrs. Freecoiner I wouldn't be too long. She has to get up early in the morning, much earlier than me. And yeah, I had some really messed up stuff happen. Not messed up stuff. I lost someone. Okay, on Sunday. So that really kind of affected me. But I'm kind of coming out of that. I feel better now. And have to go to a funeral and all that. But all in all, it's life. Life we got to deal with. And hey, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, even when we leave this world. So that's what I believe. All right. JC follow. Okay. Yeah. Appreciate it. Jay, Rebels. I tried Twitter 5 times, gets suspended over and over. Oh, really? You must be putting out that good info, man. Rebels. If you put out too much, if you're too woke on Twitter, they're going to cut you off. Sorry. It sucks, but Digital Clout, love your work. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'll tell you guys, like I said, I really appreciate you guys. The only reason why I do this is because of the messages and all the comments that you guys put out there. I really appreciate it. So hopefully we can get this channel to grow some more and, able to reach more people, and we can just grow as a family. So, okay. Thank you guys again for joining me on this live stream, this impromptu live stream. I really appreciate it. Again, I can't say it enough. I will try. I'll try to live stream again here pretty soon, maybe in the next couple days. But until, let's see. Yeah, absolutely, Rebels. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want other people to hear the truth. That's really what it is. Thank you, Paul. Yes, I will definitely do so. All right, you too, JC. Take care. Guys, again, thank you for joining me. Hope you guys have a great evening. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, this has been Mr. Freecoiner. Take care of yourselves. And God bless.